Did you know that after 40, muscle loss is actually the culprit to weight gain, dare I say fat gain, and fatigue that most women are feeling? Now, why is that? Because during perimenopause and through menopause, obviously our estrogen levels are dropping, right? And our estrogen has has many more jobs than just, helping to regulate our menstrual cycle. We think of it as a sex hormone, but it really is a life hormone. And I really think that's important for us to remember, because estrogen has over 400 tasks in the body. Like, there are estrogen receptors throughout your body. It's not just, having to do with sex and reproduction. There's so much more going on. So why does this matter? Or why does this actually affect muscle loss? So the challenge as we get older and we're dropping our estrogen, we struggle with repairing our muscle, because estrogen is needed for that. Yes, that too. Strength, maintaining strength is one thing, but also if you haven't done any strength training and you've lost muscle, it's really hard to gain muscle at this stage as we're losing estrogen. So if you start younger, start earlier, that's so much better. But also the third piece is estrogen and muscle loss when it comes to recovering. So you might notice after a workout, it takes you longer to recover. Muscles are sore longer, right? So why does this matter? Why does muscle mass matter in menopause? Actually, it matters in menopause, perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, and for the rest of your life. Why? Slower metabolism. Yes, we know that adds to weight gain. Less energy. Well, if you don't have the energy, you don't want to work out, you don't do the things you want to do. If you're not working out, doing your strength training a couple of days a week, you're going to lose more muscle. Storage of fat. Yes, at this stage with estrogen dropping, we all know we've all got a little bit of the meno belly, no matter how hard we work, right? And then of course, there's the increased risk of bone loss that has to do with drop of estrogen and low muscle, but also the increased risk of insulin resistance. And that, my friends, can be devastating on top of everything else that's going on in our lives, right? So what to do about this? Prioritize strength training, resistance training. And if you haven't started yet, start slow. My recommendation would be to find a personal trainer who works with women who are in midlife, who are going through perimenopause and menopause, because they're going to understand what you need much better than a 20, 30 something year old male or female. So that is such an important piece that we forget about. We really focus on eating the right food, but if we're not taking care of ourselves and really maintaining muscle and increasing muscle, we are really not doing ourselves, or we're doing ourselves an injustice. So remember, ladies, resistance training 2 to 3 times a week. If you have any questions, please DM me and I'll be happy to chat. Take care.